Hi, everyone. My name is 𝗟𝗘𝗧'𝗦. I studied abroad with AIFS back in the fall of 2022 in Ireland. And today I am here with Angelica. So, Angelica, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, what school you attend, and what major you are, and why you chose to go abroad and where?
Hi, my name is Angelica. I attend Lake Forest College in Lake Forest, Illinois, and I'm double majoring in sociology and anthropology and then Spanish. I chose to study abroad in Buenos Aires in Argentina, and I am doing the Latin American Studies program only because I wanted to experience the life abroad in a Spanish-speaking country as I am trying to learn Spanish. And it is a 16-week spring semester program. And I was just looking to get out of the experience just to learn more about myself, honestly, and like how I can get through challenges and adversity, what I enjoy and what I don't enjoy, and also to just strengthen my Spanish speaking abilities. Buenos Aires has so much to offer, a lot of different cultures, food. Yeah, I'm happy with my choice here.
That's great. So I know you said that you wanted to strengthen your Spanish skills, but was there any kind of other goals that you set for yourself for studying abroad?
Yeah, I didn't know what the academic lifestyle or I guess schedule was coming here. So that was something that my goal was just kind of to experience it, adapt to it, and then kind of progress. And then along with my Spanish speaking abilities, just to kind of practice as much as possible, which is great. Here in Argentina, you can practice Spanish pretty much everywhere you go. The difference is here, now that I'm 2 months into the program, is that all the classes are typically in the afternoon. In the mornings, it's more time to get stuff done or sleep in, depending on the day, which I wasn't used to because I was a very early bird. And so I like to have all my classes in the morning and then the afternoon to relax. So I guess without knowing what my goal was, I kind of accomplished it with adapting to it just because I didn't know the type of academic lifestyle that was here in Argentina.
That's really interesting. Yeah, I didn't know that they did afternoon classes mostly. I feel like I'm the same way. I try to get all my classes done in the morning and have free time. So it's interesting to kind of get your day going personally and then academically later on. That's really interesting. So what is something that you're learning on your program that you already learned that you may not have if you didn't study abroad?
I feel like when I was growing up or when I was in school, there's not that much information about Latin America itself or South America. And unless you take a specific specialized course in Spanish, Latin American studies or literature in Latin America. So here I'm just learning a lot about Argentina and the way of life and the different cultures that there are. I have learned that schools here are public and that the government mandates students to attend at least primary and secondary school, which is, I believe, up until age 18. And then students can decide if they want to continue or not. But they have to finish school by the age of 18. Same thing with healthcare. So it is public, and anybody, if they have an accident or something or need to get some healthcare, they can with no cost, no matter the economic background, the location of residency. So that was pretty cool just to learn about the governmental ways of life here. And then culturally, it's I think it's very cute. People here, when they greet each other, no matter who you are, they kiss on the cheek. Also here, there are people with cars, and I'm in a city, so there's a lot of cars. But the main way of transportation is taking the public transportation, so buses, trains, the subway, or walking. It's not looked down upon. It's not something that's you need to have a car. I don't know. There's a lot of dogs here. There's a lot of dogs. Argentine people love their dogs. And so just seeing these well-behaved dogs without leashes walking all over the city, and it's just something that I was oh my God, that's awesome. There's this sense of community with the pets and people that they feel comfortable just walking. I don't know, in the city, I'm I would get nervous if I'm walking a dog without a leash. But speaking about family, also there's this big culture around barbecues or asados. Typically every Sunday, families in Argentina will get together at a house and just kind of cook a barbecue, a lot of meat, and it's time to spend with their family and friends. And I love that about here. And I think it's different when you're experiencing it in person whether like rather than reading about it or me telling you, it's like you can see the communal culture instead of like reading about, yeah, they get together every Sunday. It's just like you see it and people here like really care about each other. So I feel like that's what I learned coming here in person.
That is so great. You're really like making me want to go to Argentina now. Like all of that sounds so awesome.
Good,
Yeah, well,
yay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Going off of like what you said about like walking a lot of places and stuff like that, have you noticed like any other kind of like green or like sustainable lifestyle opportunities in Argentina that like they may not be in the US?
I feel like the public transportation is a big one and walking. Like the city of Buenos Aires is very walkable. Before coming here, I mean, I'd like to walk, but it was like if I had a walk 30 minutes or drive 15 or 10, it's just more common, I think, for people in the US to just drive. It's quicker, more efficient, and we get there sooner and then we're done. And yeah, but here, like 30, 40-minute walks are my friends and I are like, yeah, like let's do it. That's nothing, you know? So it's different, like mindset, I guess, shift. So like for the US, maybe we can like start using less of our cars to lower emissions or just use more public transport when we can. It is difficult because I feel like in the US everything is so far away when you're not in the city. So, you know, you can drive from like Illinois to Idaho, but you can't really take probably a train or it's not as accessible. So in my house, my apartment, there is an air conditioning or heating. We have like little fans and space heaters. So I guess just like the use of less electricity. Also, we don't have a drying machine. We just like hang up our clothes. So it doesn't use as much power, electricity. And I guess those would be like the top things I could come up with that are green and sustainable. Yeah.
Yeah, those are all really great lifestyle choices, I feel like. And definitely with the walking, I feel like coming back to US, like I also walked like so much. Like if it was a 30-minute walk when I was like abroad, I was like, oh, that's nothing. And now that I'm here, I'm like 30 minutes. That's crazy. But I'm
Yeah.
like, wait, it's really not. But I do
Yeah.
try to like incorporate walking as much as I can still. And just try to like keep that like green lifestyle with me if I can. Yeah, so why did you choose AIFS specifically to study abroad?
Firsthand, Lake Forest College has a lot of programs and a lot of relationships with programs and other schools abroad. And so they really like push studying abroad. And so I always had this idea that I most like probably would want to go somewhere. My sophomore year, I went into my global engagement office. My advisor there had shown me a couple websites of the different programs and the places I could go. And because I knew that I wanted to go to a Spanish-speaking country, it really crossed off a lot of programs off the list because some of them didn't even offer programs or like a study abroad exchange or thing similar in a Spanish-speaking country. And AFIS was one of the like I think top 3 that had like a program in Spain and a program in Argentina. And I was like, for the longest time, I was really like, do I want to go to Spain? Do I want to go to Argentina? Even though I had these like 2 programs that I was juggling, was that the website was super easy to use. And I feel like all the information was there, which just made me feel better because I think studying abroad is like an overwhelming experience. And then to like start it up, like to get all the info, not a lot of people do it, I feel like, in my school at least. So it was just like I needed to like hunt down these people who had gone study abroad, and then just having the info there on the website, having easily reached out to the representatives of AFIS was something that I was like, okay, I feel like this program has me and will be able to help me whenever I need to.
Yeah, I agree. I think just like how easy the website is, and like I know when I was showing my parents all the information, just having it be so simple and right there definitely really just helped all of us just make it such an easier experience with planning and everything with like the forms and scheduling. It definitely makes it so much simpler. I just have one more question for you. Do you have any advice you would give anyone who are thinking to study abroad?
Yeah, I guess I would just say just do it. If you're already thinking about it, you're the type of person that would want to do it. Coming here, I feel like it takes a very special person to go study abroad because you're really immersing yourself in a completely different lifestyle. I mean, if you're going like outside of the US and it's not very similar, just being like, I guess, brave enough, or even if you're not, even if you're scared, I feel like just do it. I was super, super anxious before coming to Argentina because I just had no idea. I had no expectation of what the culture was going to be like, what my day-to-day routine would be like, what the people would be like. I didn't come with any friends. So I was just kind of like just me against the world of Argentina. So I think just like pushing yourself out of your comfort zone and just doing it, talking to people who have studied abroad, listening to these types of podcasts, maybe reading some blogs. I think it helps get you excited, but then also be like, nah, other people have done this. I think I can do it. And I think just, coming at it with an open mind. I think that's like my biggest advice is like, don't have any expectations, open mind to the experience.
I totally agree. Just going into it and just trying to do as much as you can and get the most out of it. And without having any expectations, I think is one of the biggest things because you never know what to expect. Truly, you think you know what's going to happen. And then like it's the total opposite, but it's always great. And it's always an experience unlike anything else. So definitely, I agree. Just do it. Just do it. You won't regret it. Thank you so much, Angelica, for joining us today. And thank you, everybody, for watching and listening.
Thank you.